What's up, everybody? This is Peter Wesley. I'm here with a very feisty DJ Shahid, and we are on a special Monday for Rope Break. And we're here to talk about a few things, man. What's on your mind? How you doing?
Doing great. Late as hell, but I'm doing great. Better later than never. Some people hold on to their word when they say they're gonna do something. Some people forget. But we here. Hey, baby, we here to talk about something really, really important. Now, Jade Cargill, I
We're
feel it's
here.
getting a
We
whole
go.
lot of backlash, whole lot of unnecessary backlash. And me and Peter were talking yesterday. It's kind of like the
Do
topic
you
of
think so?
today's podcast. Yes, yes, I
Well,
do.
I will. I will say this. Oh, okay, so I do feel like she often does get a lot of unnecessary backlash. I will say lately, backlash a little bit justified. I will say that.
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Why not?
Because here's the thing, there's the rhyme and the reasons why things happen the way they do, and the smart marks understand. Now, the ones that don't, they don't. But we know why Jada has not had a match defending the title 75 days prior to the matches she had recently. We know why she was hit by that car and taken off TV for a little bit of time. Look, man, Jade got it, but it's gonna be spread real fucking thin. Can she go like a Rhea or no? She's never been trained for that. She ain't built for that. It's gonna take some time. So they're gonna build her smartly. They're gonna spread out, and she ain't gonna have a whole lot of matches right now. They wanted to get her to look like a champion. Now, whether or not she has the time or the ability to be that WWE Women's Champion that they want her to be, it might not be this first run. But WrestleMania, she got Rhea Ripley, one of the best opponents she can possibly have. And I don't have Rhea Ripley winning that match either.
That wasn't even what I was talking about when I was saying justified in some of the backlash she's getting. What I was talking about
Yeah,
was
but the
the back and
justification
forth
you're
she
talking about
had
is the fact
on
she never defended the
Twitter
title.
with Rhea.
Yeah, but what everyone's
Yeah,
saying
I
is
wasn't even
what
talking
you were
about
saying
that.
yesterday. But yesterday you were saying yesterday that we were making it seem as though as if that she's that girl or that B word. I'm not going to curse, trying to be a good Christian. But the main backlash everyone is giving her that she has not had a whole lot of title defenses, and that's what you were talking about yesterday.
Lately, everybody that uses the word Christian as a title, they cuss a lot. So I think you're fair. What we was talking about when you were saying she, as far as you were saying she doesn't botch a lot, and I said that's not fair to judge because she doesn't wrestle a lot.
Okay.
So you can't be like, oh, she's improved in the ring. She's not in the ring. There's not much to improve. She's not doing anything. So there's nothing to degrade her on. And I'm not saying this as I'm not hating on her. I'm not. I'm just saying you can't be like, oh, well, she ain't botching now. She isn't doing anything now. But what I was saying as far
Okay.
as what's justified is recently she had a back and forth with Rhea Ripley on Twitter or now called X, the app for everything. Um, she went back and forth. Rhea was having some friendly dialogue with her. She went left field, crossed the line a little bit, and made a joke implying that Rhea Ripley goes backstage and cries to creative a lot to get her way.
Okay. She does.
And I was saying that the heat towards her from that, a little justified. She didn't need to do that.
But if it's true, it's true.
I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true.
It is.
Honestly, I don't think it would need I don't think it's true because I don't think she needs to do that. WWE want her. They love her. She doesn't need to go run and say, I need to be here. They looking, where do we place her at? We need her here. Like I can say the same about a few guys. I'll say the same about a Cody too or CM Punk. They don't have to go back there and be like, I need to be in this picture. No, like they already want them in that picture. Rhea, same. They want her involved. She's one of the most she's one of the most popular people on the roster in general. And I'm not saying this as a Rhea fan necessarily. I was at the Yum Center. She had the loudest pop that night out of everyone. out of Cody, out of Trick, out of Randy, out of LA Knight, she had the loudest reaction. I go to Hot Topic. She has more t-shirts than anybody on the roster. She is super over. She don't have to go cry to creative.
Yeah. That's bullshit. And most of the times when stars get their power or get their prestige, it's not about getting it, but it's about keeping it and maintaining it. In order to maintain it, in order to keep it, you have to fucking politic. She ain't no fucking different from Cody, from Roman, from that racist ass Hulk Hogan. None of them. They all fucking do it. And why she's
He's not even.
exempt from this?
What does
Because
Hogan
she
got
sells
to
a
do with
fucking
this?
t-shirt? I don't get that.
Well, what I'm saying is she is in a position where she doesn't have to go politic to get away. She's over where they be like, where do we put Rhea on the card? We have to fit her somewhere. She don't have
You
to go
don't
cry
get
and
a
and
fucking
and, and
job
whine her
and
way
just
there.
stop working the second you get that promotion. In order to get that promotion, you still got to maintain. In order to maintain that top
Nobody says
spot.
she's not working, but working doesn't imply going backstage and politicking your way. Like she don't need to do
That's
that.
what they do. It's some new shit. We don't do that as wrestlers. That's unheard of.
I said
They
she
don't do that.
doesn't need that. Like I don't think. Do they not do
The
that?
fuck you don't need to. No WWE star has been pushed just off buying selling fucking t-shirts and putting asses in the seats. You gotta maintain that shit. You might have to crack some eggs, bro. Everybody does that shit. Everybody's scared of losing that top spot. That's why when she was injured, she was still in the fucking ring. Nose broke, eye broke, don't matter. Shoulder broke. We gonna pop that bitch back in place. She knows her spot can be taken at any second because there are a lot of females who could take that spot.
That's different than politicking. That's different than just going back there saying, "Hey, you got something for me?" or "Hey, I think I should be here." Or that's not the same. That's just I'm hurt,
That
but I can
that
still
is
do stuff. That's not.
this ain't the fucking Hardy Boys bribing the fucking creator with fucking vintage WWE toys. That's what the fuck you talking about. You talking about getting in. She already in. Two different things.
So if she's already in, why would she need to go cry to creative about getting on the top spot? No, they want her in the
If
top
she
spot.
doesn't get it, you're talking about situation. You're talking about what she has to do in order to get it. I'm talking about the word I'm using a million times over is maintaining. Maintaining to maintain that
But
spot.
what Jade was implying was that she only got there because she needed to go talk to people and politic a way to get there. But I'm saying she doesn't.
To keep her spot behind the scenes. Now, what you're saying with Jade, that's just some backstage heat that you're trying, razzle up some feathers. I get that. But in real life,
That's what the subject was about.
but that's not an unfair statement to make with any star that's on the top. It's not crazy to say that. Everyone's done it.
If it's not true, it's crazy to say that.
It's not crazy that your favorite wrestler Shawn Michaels did that shit. Remember we was in the shower with Pat Patterson?
I didn't say he didn't, but he's not the subject. Where did the Pat
But
Patterson
wrestlers
thing
like
come
that
from?
are
What
the
is that?
subject. Getting to get a rub down from Pat Patterson.
Wrestlers can politic, yes.
And they
I
do.
don't do you throwing out allegations, wild allegations
There
that
ain't no
that do
allegations about
not
that
have
one.
no truth to them. You can get sued for people get sued for things like
Let me
that. People
lift
get
you
sued.
up and down till you get a match. Sorry.
And Shawn Michaels is too damn good to need to do anything like that.
He
That's
looks
just
too
what you
good,
want to
don't he?
see.
Mm-hmm. White chocolate thunder. Sorry, my bad.
I'm not continuing that. But I'm saying to take shots like that, especially when somebody's just playing along, to hype things up for Mania, you didn't have to go left field. So the heat that she's got for that, I think is a little justified. That's my only point.
Well, that's cool. It's called heat. She's a heel. If she gets heat for being a heel, oh my God. We all surprised by that, really?
You want you want heat from the fans. You don't want heat from your peers.
Heat is heat, baby. Who they already hate her already? They already hate her already. They've been hating on that girl since she's been in WWE. What makes a difference?
I don't. I mean, I don't know the truth of that. But I would say. I mean, I've seen she has gotten a little few back and forth with people. Which for the same stuff, talking crazy on Twitter, man. Probably should put that keyboard away.
I think you making a fucking ant hole way bigger than what the fuck it is. I think so. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Whatever lackluster backlash she gets, it's only going to add to her character. Whatever the fuck. Rhea Ripley, when she was champion for
I
300
disagree
and
with
some
that
days.
because
Hold on. When Rhea Ripley was champion, she only had
I'm going to
nine title
disagree with that.
fucking
Well, go
defenses.
ahead.
Rhea Ripley only had 9 title defenses in almost a 1 year that she was fucking champion. Liv Morgan, when she was champion, was fighting one fucking person for like 7 months, and that was Rhea Ripley.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna come back to that. The first thing when you said that was nothing but generates mania. I would agree with you because people was talking about it. However, SmackDown came, they didn't address none of that. They just sat there and compared each other's muscles. So I don't think they're gonna touch that subject. And then going back to the title defenses, Rhea, I guess she didn't have when she had the title when she was with Judgment Day. There was a lot of times she did not defend the title. However, she was heavily on the show, heavily more involved with her male, co-parts in Judgment Day. It wasn't like she was just not doing anything. She was heavily involved on the show, used a lot.
When it came to Judgment Day, respectfully, Rhea Ripley did play a major part. But Rhea Ripley, when she was mommy, that was the height of the Judgment Day and the height of her involvement. When we moved away from that, we had more R-Truth getting involved. That shit was hot. Loved that shit. Rhea Ripley was barely there at that point in time.
Okay.
I just don't really. I'm not hating on Rhea Ripley. I like Rhea Ripley. I think she's very talented. But if we just talking about Jade, I don't think Jade is doing anything crazy. They're just trying to create heat. And Rhea Ripley's had 9 title defenses when she was champion for a year. So she's had her breaks within 2 months or 2 months and a half to where she wasn't doing shit. Or if she was doing shit, she's wrestling the same person. Same thing Liv Morgan was doing. WWE is booking Jade the way they want to book her. All right? Same thing with Liv. Come on, bruh. You wrestled Rhea Ripley the whole time, but you want to fucking come back to get the fuck revenge to get the fuck out of here. There's a whole lot of shit we can complain about when it comes to these wrestlers, bro. And I don't think that we should be putting a microscope on Jade.
I mean, I don't have a microscope under her. I was just saying some of the heat that she had has a little bit justified, and I was just talking about the
It
the
ain't
recent
justified.
chain of events. Her
It ain't justified.
and then I
It
mean, as
ain't
far as
justified.
her wrestling, I mean, I don't know. She does not compete as much. So I was
Okay.
just bringing it up when you said you can't say she doesn't botch anymore. I'm just saying she doesn't compete enough to say if she does or does. That's all I'm saying.
Well, did she box in her last match? Did she?
In the what match?
The last defense title
In the
she
what
had, did she
match?
box in that match? The one she had in February.
Honestly, you know what? I really don't remember. I'm gonna take your
It's not,
word and say she didn't. I,
I don't take my
but
word.
I'll
Keep
go
your
back and
opinion.
look at it and I'll tell you.
Stay, stay 10 toes down on your Jade hate.
But we on the road to WrestleMania. What else would you like to talk about? I know you don't want to only talk about Jade.
Cody Rhodes is
We
the best
minutes away from
champion.
Raw. Okay.
Cody Rhodes is the best champion we gonna have for this year because Roman Reigns is gonna be part time, so if he is champion, they're gonna be ass. CM Punk lightweight lackluster. So it's whatever it is what it is. But I think going into
I'm
2026,
gonna
I think
disagree
Cody
with that,
Rhodes.
man.
What do you mean?
I think CM Punk's had a nice run with the World Heavyweight title. I think he's handled himself well on Netflix. I think he's representing Raw very well. He's had some nice title defenses. Both with Finn Balor was pretty nice. The one with Roman, I think, is going to be just as good. Um, I don't really have much complaints about CM Punk's title run.
Lackluster as fuck. See, you want Jade booked like that, and that's why WWE fans are so fucking weird. Y'all want Jade to be wrestling and have all these meaningless ass fucking matches like Punk is fucking doing. I'm tired of seeing Finn Balor even in the championship picture
Jay to
because he's a
have
meaningless.
anything.
Hold on. Finn Balor being in the championship picture, we all know is
Go
fucking
ahead.
meaningless because he ain't gonna fucking win. He not. So what the fuck is that? You feel me? Roman Reigns, that whole
Some good
yo
matches is what
daddy,
it
yo
is.
dead daddy, blah blah blah, yo dead daddy. But boy, Roman Reigns should have knocked that nigga out the boy. He shouldn't even got a chance to finish the sentence without getting knocked the fuck out. You made Roman Reigns look like a bitch. Somebody respected his fucking father. Come on, bruh. This shit is not good. Roman Reigns should have fucked him up. It's not that I don't like the opponent. I don't like the way it's being booked. And that's with all of CM Punk's opponents.
Well, I'm sure Roman. I think Roman will be there to say his piece tonight. So we'll get
I hope
the
Roman
dead dog
fucks him
jokes. So
up.
they'll be
I,
even.
I hope him and his wife skip their ass back to Chicago and eat a fucking one of them ugly, nasty hot dogs with pickles and hot peppers and shit. Fuck them both.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if that's what they do. I don't think they will be leaving to Chicago anytime soon. I think they're gonna take
I
the
don't like
stay
AJ
course
Lee.
on the road to WrestleMania.
I don't like
Don't
AJ
like AJ Lee. Why is that?
ever.
You don't like whatever.
I never liked AJ Lee. I was never a fan of AJ Lee. Even back in the Divas era, I was never a fan of AJ Lee.
I
She's
wasn't the
not a
biggest
good
fan of it
wrestler.
either. Um,
She's not a good wrestler. She's not a good. She's not. If you were a good wrestler back in the Divas era, I mean, that's like what? How much wrestling evolved since then?
no, I agree. I do think she was good in the Divas era. Um, and with the time away, she wasn't wrestling. So I mean, it's a lot of ring rust. Even when she was involved with in Brawl with Wow, she didn't wrestle. So um,
Her biggest
I
feud was Vicky
being in
Guerrero.
shape and in ring shape is too. She had a big one with Nikki Bella,
The fuck? That's your
but
opponent, Nikki Bella. That.
she was the top person on the women's roster for a long time, man.
Ooh. Watch out now.
I I don't who there was no one else better to compete against at that time.
She had a couple of hot moments when she cut that promo talking about how she's not a Barbie doll and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. But then I look back, didn't she have like a bra and panties match with Vicky, whatever, whatever.
Did she?
Yeah, wasn't she the Diva Search? Wasn't she in the Diva Search?
No.
I could have sworn she was.
AJ Lee she didn't know. She was no.
Thought she was in some
I
kind of
don't even remember when the
competition.
last Diva search is, but the I feel like the last Diva search had to be it was years before she got signed, I'll say that. I don't want to make a guess of when it was, but it was the last Diva search was years before she even got signed.
I just don't see how. I understand the influence that she's had over the Cora Jades and the Tegan Knoxes and the other wrestlers who no longer work with the fucking company. But yo, Raw's on. I love y'all though. I'm about to watch some wrestling.
Well, that was a nice rant from DJ Shaheed. I guess we are going to wrap things up even until the next time he has more things to complain about. Um, I that, who knows what that would be? Uh, if it's Jade today. It'd be, I don't know, Thea Hall next week. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch some wrestling. Love y'all.
You got it. Well, all right.
What the fuck
I'm
else?
Peter
It's 8
Wesley as
o'clock.
DJ Shaheed. That was a wild episode of Rope Break. Before you give up and submit, man, reach for that rope.